Hello friends, today I am teach about direct memory access. The short form of direct memory access is DMA. In the direct memory access, the interface transfer the data into and out of the memory unit through the memory bus. The transfer of data between a fast storage device such a magnetic disk and memory is often limited by the speed of the CPU. Removing the CPU from the path and letting the peripheral device manage the memory buses directly would improve the speed of transfer. This transfer technique is called direct memory access or DMA. During the DMA transfer, the CPU is idle and has no control of the memory buses. A DMA controller takes over the buses to manage the transfer directly between the input-output device and memory. The CPU may be placed in an ideal state in a variety of ways. One common method extensively used in microprocessor is to disable the buses through special control signals such as BR or bus request, such as BG or bus grant. Here you see CPU bus signals for DMA transfer. These two controls signals in the CPU, the facilities the DMA transfer. The bus request input used by the DMA controller to request the CPU. When this input is active, the CPU terminates the execution of the current instruction and plays the address bus, data bus and read-write lines into a high impedance state. High impedance state means that the output is disconnected. Please see the diagram. Bus request, bus grant, address bus, data bus, read lines, write lines. High impedance or disable when BG is enabled. The CPU activates the bus grant input to inform the external DMA that the bus request can now take control of the buses to conduct memory transfer without processor. When the DMA terminates the transfer, it disables the bus request line. The CPU disables the bus grant, takes control of the buses and return to its normal operation. The transfer can be made in several ways, that are DMA burst and cycle stealing. DMA burst and the cycle stealing. The first is DMA burst. In DMA burst transfer, a block sequence consisting of a number of memory words is transferred to continuous burst while the DMA controller is master of the memory buses. In DMA bus transfer, a block sequence consisting of a number of memory words is transferred in continuous burst file. The DMA controller is master of the memory buses. Second, cycle stealing. Cycle stealing allows the DMA controller to transfer one data word at a time, after which it must returns control of the bus to the CPU. Cycle stealing allows the DMA control to transfer one data word at a time, after which it must return control of the buses to the CPU. The DMA controller. The DMA controller needs the usual circuit of an interface to communicate with the CPU and input-output device. The DMA controller has three registers. First, address registers, second, word count register, and the third, control register. Address register. Address registers contains an address to specify the desired location in memory. Second, word count register. Word count holds the number of words to be transferred. The register is increase or decrease by 1 after each word transfer and internally tested for 0. The third is control register. Control register specifies the modes of transfer. Control registers specifies the modes of transfer. The unit communicates with the CPU via the data bus and control lines. The registers in the DMA are selected by the CPU through the address bus by enabling the DS or DMA select and RS or register select inputs. The RD or read and WR or write inputs are bidirectional. When the bus grant inputs is 0, the CPU can communicate with the DMA register through the data bus to read from or write to the DMA register. When BG is equals to 0, the DMA can communicate directly with the memory by specifying an address in the address bus and activating the RD or WR control. RD means read lines and WR means write line controls. Okay, you can see the block diagram of DMA control. The next is DMA transfer. The CPU communicates with the DMA through the address and data buses as with any interface unit. The DMA has its own address which activates the DMA select and register select lines. The CPU initializes the DMA through the data bus. Once the DMA receives the start control command, it can transfer between the peripheral and the memory. It means when BG is equals to 0, the RD and WR are input lines allowing the CPU to communicate with the internal DMA register. When BG is equals to 1, the read and write are output lines from the DMA controller to the random access memory to specify the read and write operation of data. It means DMA summary interface is the point where a connection is made between two different parts of a system. The stop control method of asynchronous data transfer employs a single control line to time each transfer. The handshaking method solves the problem of stop method by introducing a second control signal that provides a reply to the unit that initiated the transfer. Program input-output mode of data transfer. The operations are the result in input-output instruction, which is a part of computer program. In the interrupt initiated input output method, an interrupt facility and interrupt command is used to inform the device about the start and end of the transfer. In the direct memory access, the interface transfers the data into and out of the memory unit through the memory bus. Next is I/O processor or input output processor. It is a processor with direct memory access capability that communicates with input output devices. Input output processor is similar to CPU except that it is designed to handle the details of input output operation. Unlike DMA, which is initiated by CPU, input output processor can fetch and execute its own instruction. Input output instructions are specially designed to handle input output operation. You can see the block diagram of computer with input output processor. Please see the memory unit, then central processing unit and input output processor, then peripheral device with the help connected with the help of input output bus. In input output processor, memory occupies the central position and can communicate with each processor by DMA. Next, CPU is responsible for processing data. Input output processor provides the path for transfer of data between various peripheral devices and memory. Next, data formats of peripherals differ from CPU and memory. Input output maintains such problems. Data are transferred from input output processor to memory by stealing one memory cycle. Instructions that are read from memory by input output processor are called commands to distinguish them from instructions that are read by the CPU. Here you see CPU input output communication in the diagram. In this diagram, instructions that are read from memory by an input output processor for distinguish from instructions that are read by the CPU, and commands are prepared by experienced programmers and are stored in memory. Then command word is equals to input output processor program. Please see the diagram of CPU and input output communication. CPU to input output communication. In left hand side there are CPU operation and right hand side there are input output processor operations. Please see the both operation with the help of instructions lines. Okay, thank you.